sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. I know I've been away all last week because I had the Notoriety Showcase Spring Show, went very well, and I want to thank my friends in Cleveland for coming out to see it, and it was a great show, and I'm glad to be back. I will talk Browns and NFL, football, Cavs and NBA basketball, travel Major League Baseball, and a couple other things, but first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. What NBA player has the most league MVPs? I'll have the answer later in the broadcast. First of all, I would like to congratulate the St. Louis Blues on winning their first ever Stanley Cup title. And I know that the Blues fans are celebrating with excitement, and they're going crazy because it's their first one ever, and they really deserve it. And it was a miracle comeback for them. They really came back from behind to really win that, and I really say congratulations to the St. Louis Blues. The Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Turned up the field today after a reception during the day 3 of minicamp in Berea, and the Browns will keep their headquarters in Berea through 2039, according to a proposed league agreement hammered out by the city and the team. The news is a win for the city, which counts for the team as their largest income taxpayer. The Browns contribute about 25% of the city's tax income. In recent years, that number has well over $3 million, and I can't express to you enough what that means to us. Berea Mayor Cyril Kleem said, "This is really a big deal for the city of Berea. The city of Berea owns the Browns headquarters and training facility and leases it back to the team, which has occupied the space since about 1990. In 2015, the team extended the lease with the city through 2029. Berea City Council will consider the deal for the first time at Monday's council meeting. It won't be voted on until mid-July at the earliest, because the ordinance has not yet been drafted," Kleem said. The team and the city have come to an agreement verbally, but attorneys are still getting everything in writing, Kleem said. The agreement is a good deal for Berea and the Browns, and he expects council to pass it. So hopefully that's going to happen. And lastly, rounding this out, we greatly appreciate our partnership with the city of Berea and are really excited about it remaining our home, Brown spokesman Peter John Bapsite said. And in other NFL news, Josh McCown retired today for now, and he was a pro during his 2 tremulous seasons here in Cleveland with the Browns. McCown will be doing some work with ESPN and some high school coaching. He has already coached spring ball at Myers High, and he has 2 sons that are in the program there in suburban Charlotte. And it wouldn't surprise me to see McCown's name back on the roster in November, December, because that's what he did last time in 2011. So that would not surprise me. Excuse me. And I would like to congratulate the Toronto Raptors on winning their very first ever NBA title. I know Raptor fans are ecstatic, and they are celebrating and going crazy, that is for sure. And Kawhi Howard, I think that they're playing Kawhi Howard and all the Toronto Raptors, and I don't know if this is going to change Kawhi Howard's mind about leaving Toronto or if he'll stay in Toronto. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The Cavs have the number 5 pick and the number 26 pick overall in Thursday's NBA draft, and the Cavs are hoping to get a true difference maker with the number 5 pick, and also the Cavs intend to bolster its young roster with the number 26 pick overall, and anything can happen in the NBA draft. And here are some possibilities that are possible in this Thursday's NBA draft. Ty Jerome, Brandon Clark, Goga Bitadze, Cameron Johnson, and Dylan Winder, who are all college players, and they put up some big numbers with the teams they play for. So we'll see what happens in the NBA draft this Thursday, and I really hope the Cavs can really get some good picks and really bolster their roster and really improve this coming season, because I know they're not going to make the playoffs probably this season, and we may have to wait till next season for them to, or 2 or 3 years from now, for the Cavs to be back in the NBA playoffs once again. So I'm trying to work with my little board here to get it to and we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. And I really feel that the Cavs hopefully will do really good in this draft, and we'll see. And we're about a few weeks away from Browns training camp opening in July, and that's going to be, I think it's really going to be good, and they're going to really strive to really get their jobs and to really make this roster, and that will lead up to preseason football beginning in August, and those 4 games will be dress rehearsal games for when the regular season starts after the weekend after Labor Day. So we'll see what happens with that. And we'll get to the Tribe in just a moment, but it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. What NBA player has won the most league MVPs? And if you said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you are correct. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won the award, a record-setting 6 times in his career. And I will have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. Well, hold on just a second. And Anthony Davis has been signed by the LA Lakers from the Pelicans, and LeBron James is happy about that, and he got his wish, so I know he is happy about that. Turning now, the Tribe got slugged by the Texas Rangers 7-2 last night at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Mike Clevenger made his return to the Hill for the Tribe since April and since his injury. Clevenger went 4.2 innings, giving up 3 hits, 5 earned runs, and striking out 7 batters. Then the bullpen went to work, but were not able to hold off the Texas Rangers. The Tribe scored 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 8th. Those were the only 2 runs the Tribe had. The Tribe will try to get back on the win. They will try to take Game 2 of this 3-game series with the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Zach Plesac on the hill for the Tribe with a record of 1-2. And Adrian Sampson on the hill for the Rangers with a record of 5-3. First pitch at 8:05 p.m. on Sports Time, Ohio. And before I go, so some final thoughts before I go. I really feel that, and I really want to. I had picked the Warriors to win in 6, the NBA Finals in 6, but I am really happy that Toronto Raptors did it, because that really was nice to see a different team get the glory for a change. And I really think the Warriors are not going to be the team that they were this year and next year. And I think Kevin Durant is not going to be back with the Warriors. He's going to be either going to I think the New York Knicks he's going to go to. And we'll have to wait and see what happens on that. So I'll keep you posted on that. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back with another podcast hopefully on Wednesday. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.